Right now at noon, the pressure is on the Senate to take up higher COVID stimulus payments that the House approved yesterday. And as we near the end of 2020, an update on how many Americans have been vaccinated so far.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon. I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now on this Tuesday afternoon. Today is an alert day for a winter storm that is moving our way. A look at the shows the snow hasn't quite made it yet there this afternoon, but it will start falling in just a few hours. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at that forecast and when the snow might start around here. Chris?
That's right, Mark. Winter storm warnings are in effect for just about all of the viewing area except the extreme north. That's where we do have winter weather advisories in effect. If your county is shaded in pink, this is where you have a better chance at seeing at least 6 inches of snow. Now, it was over the weekend on Saturday that I made this map. I showed you the storm as it swirled around the ocean, and then I drew the arrows of where I thought this storm would track. I have not changed this map since then, but the storm has followed the track we thought it would take since the weekend, and now here it is getting ready to move right in to south central Wisconsin. I've been paying attention to this all morning long, really since last night, and we've seen the moisture start to fill in over the past hour or so throughout parts of central Iowa. All the moisture being pulled in from the Gulf of Mexico ahead of this moving into the Badger State. Here we are. The radar shows that snow approaching Platteville. We just showed you the camera. The snow is not falling out of the sky there yet, but that will change in likely the matter of about an hour or so. Very cloudy here in downtown Madison. Our temperature is at 22. Whatever snow falls, it's going to stick with those cold temperatures. Platteville at 22, 19 in Lone Rock. The Dells also coming in at 19 degrees. We look ahead. Here's what to expect, folks. Temperatures stay in the 20s. But it's 4 o'clock, right around the time of that evening commute. Snowflakes begin to fly. We're timing this all out. We're talking how much you can expect and what that means for you when it comes time to clear the snow. And the full first warn forecast, it's about 10 minutes away.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Chris. To get the latest information on the storm and to track when it'll hit your area, download the First Warn Weather app. It's free. Developing this afternoon, the Adams County Sheriff's Office has released new details about the Town of Rome woman found dead in the town of Leona on Saturday. According to investigators, Lindsay Folan was driving on a private road when her vehicle entered a ditch and became submerged in water. Folan was able to walk for a short distance before she succumbed to the cold temperatures. Officials say the preliminary cause of death is hypothermia. The investigation is ongoing. After the House approved the $2,000 stimulus checks that President Trump demanded, the pressure is on Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to take up the issue.
Republicans have a choice. Vote for this legislation or vote to deny the American people the bigger paychecks they need.
And Congress could give President Trump the first veto override of his presidency. Last night, the House overwhelmingly overrode Mr. Trump's veto of the National Defense Authorization Act, which gives a 3% pay raise for U.S. troops and authorizes more than $740 billion for the military.
This vote is about supporting our troops and defending America.
The president had objected to wanting lawmakers to include limits on social media companies, and he opposes the remaining of some military bases that honor Confederate leaders. The TSA reports nearly 1.3 million Americans traveled on Sunday, making it the busiest day of travel during the pandemic. Yesterday, more than 1 million were screened, making Monday the 7th day out of the last 11 with more than 1 million people passing through checkpoints. Monday's numbers are only 45% of the 2.5 million that traveled the same day last year. The CDC says more than 11 million doses of the coronavirus vaccine have been shipped in the U.S., but only about 2 million people have been vaccinated so far. That is far fewer than the Trump administration intended by the end of the year. California is one of the states where the virus is out of control, and later today, strict lockdown orders are expected to be extended there. In hard-hit Los Angeles County, ICUs are completely full, and about 600 people test positive every hour.
The people who we're seeing in the hospital now, is that still the Thanksgiving surge?
Yes, that's the reality of it. I think that we're in for still a big viral wildfire. We have this light at the end of the tunnel, the vaccine that's coming. But what's happening is that this tunnel is looking uglier and uglier every day.
Demand for that vaccine is evident across the country. Hundreds of seniors lined up for hours to get vaccinated at a Florida community center yesterday. In New York, the owner of a network of urgent care clinics was ordered to return 2,300 doses of the Moderna vaccine after allegations that it fraudulently gave the vaccine to people who weren't supposed to get it. In a statement, the Par Care Clinic said it's cooperating with authorities and has provided information about its compliance with the Department of Health procedures. Nearly 500 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine had to be thrown away at an Ozaukee County Medical Center over the weekend due to human error. Advocate Aurora Health said in a statement 50 Moderna vaccine vials at Aurora Medical Center in Grafton were inadvertently removed from a refrigerator and left out. Each vial contained 10 doses. Advocates Aurora Health said most had to be discarded because of the vaccine's temperature requirements. However, the medical center said it was able to vaccinate some staff members within the approved 12-hour post-refrigeration window. State Senator Fred Risser's 64 years in the Wisconsin legislature are coming to an end. He leaves his position on Monday. Risser's the longest-serving state or national lawmaker in U.S. history. He's also the last World War II veteran to serve in state or national legislatures. Risser is 92 years old. New video out of Nashville, Tennessee shows the moment that a bomb went off on Christmas Day and the chaos that followed. Investigators have revealed some of the suspects' actions as they search for a motive. Mola Langi reports from Nashville.
The FBI is piecing together who the suspected bomber was before the explosion. Prior to the Christmas morning blast that injured 3 people, Anthony Warner deeded his house to someone and gave someone else his car, telling them he had cancer. The FBI is investigating Warner's medical records to see if that's true. David Roush is director of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
Clearly, there had to be some precipitating event that caused the action.
Newly released police body cam footage shows the eerie scene before the bombing as a warning message plays from the RV.
That's so weird. That's like something out of a movie.
Like The Purge?
Yeah.
Moments later, the RV explodes. Then officers begin guiding bystanders away from the scene.
Are you guys okay? Okay.
No, I guess.
Where's your car? Okay, go to your car. What's going on?
Authorities are also combing through the 63-year-old's credit card records, which appear to show purchases of security alarms and chemical precursors, material possibly used to make a homemade bomb. Rick Lottie says he lived near Warner for nearly a decade. He spoke with the suspect 4 days before the bombing.
I asked him, is Santa going to bring you anything good for Christmas? And he smiled, and he said, oh, yeah, I'm going to be famous. Nashville and the world will never forget me.
Lottie, the neighbor, says that it always seemed that Warner was a recluse and never got close to any of his other neighbors. Meanwhile, here in Nashville, officials have been trying to reassure the public that the city is safe, that there are no outstanding threats out there. The FBI says Warner acted alone. Mola Langi, CBS News, Nashville.
And investigators are analyzing Warner's computer and portable storage drive. Crews have mostly restored the cell and Wi-Fi service that was knocked out in the bombing. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. The first 737 MAX flight in the U.S. in 2 years took off this morning. We hear the plan to slowly bring the planes back to the skies after 2 deadly crashes last year.
When Old Man Winter brings you a plumbing emergency, call RHD for help. Reliable, honest, dedicated. With 24/7 emergency service for your home or business. RHD Plumbing.
Get everything for your quick fixes at Menards. Gorilla products provide great results for tapes, glues, and adhesives. With great versatility, there's no job Gorilla can't tackle. A 35-yard roll of Gorilla duct tape is $6.99. Stock up on other necessities. Railback batteries last longer so you have power when you need it. A 30-pack of AA or AAA batteries is $9.99 right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
When it comes to 2020, it's time to wipe the slate clean and get a fresh start now at Herzing University. Earn the degree you need for a lasting career. Herzing is accredited, transfer-friendly, and offers you the personal care and support so important during these times. We'll even waive your enrollment fee. A new year, a new career. You've got a clean slate.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Call or click Click today.
At iMart Express, it's just the right price. 2 pairs of glasses start under $40. Using insurance, we accept over 1,000 plans, and using your benefits is as easy as 1, 2, 3. No insurance? No problem. Glasses to fit your budget. It's just the right price. Only at iMart Express.
Nice sleep center, Bob. But what is a Bobopedic?
I could tell you, but I'd rather show you.
Oh, Bob's got a feel for your budget.
They deliver right to your door.
With 30 years of sleep experience, the best warranty, and so much more.
Bob's Bobopedic, from your head down to your feet. It feels like no mattress you felt before.
Wow!
Uh-oh.
Bob's Bobopedic.
When we hear a big storm's headed our way, some of us fall back into bed, some into fresh powder. Spending your day indoors or out, it's all about knowing what to expect. Watch News 3 Now for an accurate first warn forecast so you can plan your perfect day.
When Old Man Winter brings you a plumbing emergency, call RHD for help. Reliable, honest, dedicated. With 24/7 emergency service for your home or business. RHD Plumbing.
Well, passengers left Miami this morning for the first official U.S. flight on a 737 MAX jet in 2 years. The plane was grounded in March of 2019 after 2 deadly crashes overseas, which killed 346 people. American Airlines plans to start slow with just 1 trip a day from Miami to New York and back. MAX flights will be identified at booking, and passengers can change to different aircraft without a fee.
Slowly gives people more flexibility if they don't want to fly it, and those that do, they have an opportunity to go fly the airplane.
But not everyone is excited about the MAX taking off. A flyers' rights group sued trying to stop the ungrounding, and families of the 346 people killed in the 2 MAX crashes remain unconvinced it's safe. The Federal Aviation Administration announced new rules for drones and their operators, which could help pave the way for drone delivery services. For the first time, the FAA is letting small drones fly over people and at night without a waiver. The drones must have anti-collision lights and other technology to help remotely identify the drones and their operators. Small drones can also fly over moving vehicles under certain conditions. The changes could give a boost to companies such as Amazon, UPS, and Wing, a sister company to Google. The new rules will go into effect in about 2 months. Amazon sets a new record for holiday sales, and a new kind of rapid COVID test is moving forward in Europe. Naomi Ruckham has your Money Watch report.
Rapid COVID test is making headway overseas, and it could speed up testing around the world. GNA Biosolutions now has emergency use approval in Germany for a portable analyzer that provides results for up to 8 tests in 45 minutes. The company says the new test is as reliable as PCR tests, which normally take at least a day to analyze. They also estimate accuracy at nearly 97%. Amazon says it had a record-breaking holiday season. The world's largest e-commerce retailer announced it delivered more than 1.5 billion items around the globe. That figure includes only shipped merchandise like toys, home and beauty products, along with electronics. That means the total tally across Amazon's entire catalog is likely much higher. Being a New Year's baby is always cool, but this year, being the last baby of 2020 could rack in some dollars for a lucky newborn or two. Ally Bank is offering $250 to babies born on December 31st, as long as a relative opens up an online custodial savings account. To qualify, the child must be born in the United States or a U.S. territory between 12:01 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. local time on Thursday, December 31st, the last day of the year. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Naomi Ruckham.
Naomi, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials down 24 points. The NASDAQ off 49. The S&P 500 down a little over a point after a record-setting day yesterday. Still ahead at noon, it's an alert day for a winter storm that starts this afternoon. Chris has an update on when the snow begins and how much accumulation to expect next in your first warn forecast.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year sale on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
'Twas the holiday season, and as is often the case, magic was found in an unlikely place. Molly tried her best to make introductions. Dad couldn't see past his grown-up assumptions. But thanks to fresh ham and warm apple pie, Dad was finally able to see with fresh eyes. With the freshest assortment to make everyone's faves, the happiest holidays start with Pick and Save.
2020 got you feeling like your life's on pause? Get moving again at Planet Fitness during our big end-of-year sale. Join for just $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, now through December 31st. And end the year on the right or left foot with tons of variety and space in our squeaky clean clubs. And use our app's new crowd meter to pick the best time to visit. Join for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Hurry! The big end-of-year sale ends December 31st.
5 Madison area locations. Sign up for $10 a month. Stop in today.
Accurate news as it happens.
We want to make sure our vaccination sites are ready.
Right here, where you live.
Nearly half of Dane County's total COVID deaths have come in the last month.
Information that you can use.
These case counts are still testing our public health system and straining our hospital system.
From the team you can trust.
So many generous people are willing to help us.
For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year sale on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
Hey folks, Wednesday morning, it's another alert day in the forecast. We'll have team coverage of the big winter storm as it makes its way through the Madison area and let you know how the roads are looking. Join us starting at 4:30 on News 3 Now this morning.
At News 3 Now, we've been asking antenna viewers to rescan TVs in order to receive our boosted broadcast signal. If you're still experiencing problems after rescanning, you may need to install a UHF-VHF combined antenna. For more information, please go to channel3000.com.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blain's Farm and Fleet.
Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankey's on her holiday break, so here are your farm numbers. It's time now for the weather. Here's Chris. We're waiting on the snow.
Yes, we are. You may have had a smooth drive into work earlier today, but things are going to be changing as you head home. If you have an opportunity to leave work early, I encourage you to do so, because by the time we get towards 4 or 5 o'clock, the snowflakes begin to come down. It's going to start to get slick. Any travel overnight is going to be troublesome. We're talking heavy snow and low visibility, and that snow will be quickly adding up as well. Then as we work our way into tomorrow morning, a light mix for some, especially down towards the state line. Still going to be dealing with slushy roads, which means it's still going to be messy. We are in for it. We've been tracking it for more than a week now, and here it is on the weather map, starting to work its way towards the north and east. I've been focusing on central Iowa. This snow earlier this morning, and you see that on screen, was pretty patchy earlier, but as more moisture gets drawn in from the Gulf of Mexico, we've seen that fill in, and we're going to continue to watch that fill in as it starts to work its way towards the north and east. Starting to show up near Platteville as we speak, not reaching the ground just yet. There is some drier air, but with the moisture being pulled into the system, I expect it to overcome that dry air rather quickly as we go through time. This is 4:30. That's about the time that I expect the snowflakes to begin for us here in Madison. The heaviest snow moves in throughout your rush hour time frame. This is 9:30 tonight. You see those darker blues starting to work their way in, especially throughout the southern part of the viewing area. Where you see these darker blues, this is where snowfall rates will be an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches per hour for a couple of hours as we go through the overnight time frame. Here's 12:30. Temperatures are at the upper 20s at this point. Here's the pink trying to sneak in. This system coming in, it's strong, it's aggressive. That means it's pulling in warm air from the Gulf of Mexico along with the moisture. While the further south and east you are, closer towards Milwaukee, that's where you're going to have the better chance to see a mix as we move into tomorrow morning. But at this point, 5:30, I'm expecting things to begin to dwindle to flurries rather quickly. Visibility. This is going to be a big one. This stresses the point that I'm trying to make. 4:30, visibility in Madison goes down to half a mile. Goose Eggs for Janesville, Monroe, Mineral Point, Platteville, and Dubuque. Pay attention to how long these goose eggs stick around. We're now at 6:30, the end of commute. Visibility is still half a mile to zero, especially throughout southern parts of Wisconsin. We keep that around. This is now 10:30 tonight. This is why I'm urging folks to get off the road by the time we get you towards the later part of tonight. By tomorrow, visibility begins to get better as that heaviest snow starts to move on out. How much snow we talking? 6 to 9 inches in the dark blue. Respect the low end of the totals too, folks. That's one thing I always want to say. Just because you're in 4 to 8 doesn't mean you're getting 8. You may also get 4. But 6 to 9 in the dark blue, 4 to 8 as you work your way north. This is places like the Dells, Baraboo, Partyville, Portage, Poinette. You work your way north towards Westfield. That's where you're talking 3 to 6 inches. And then the closer you are towards Janesville, that state line, the better chance you have to see maybe 9, 10, or even 11 inches of snow. It's not out of the question, but most folks in this dark blue will be around the 6 to 9 inch range. That being said, let's talk impacts. We are dealing with a very heavy, a very wet snow. So major impacts come our direction, not only for driving, but also for clearing that tomorrow. Your shovel may not necessarily be the easiest, and your snowblower may get clogged up for a time. In the meantime, we're at 22 degrees, cloudy, so these are your last couple of hours to get done whatever needs to be done. Teens, as you work your way just back towards the north and west, and once we get through this system, there may be another. We're watching New Year's Day closely for that next system coming on through. Already an alert day for the first day of 2021. What a way to start the new year. After that, the first weekend looks quiet. Temperatures will be slightly above average for the following week. Mark?
We'll take that. All right, Chris, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. I'm next. We'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Need just the right something to help you ring in the new year? We've got it, and it's as sweet as it is easy.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Steakout. Call in your order today.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
The insurance companies know the name. Hupy and Abraham.
They get you the big checks.
Hupy and Abraham got me over $1 million.
$800,000.
$120,000.
All the money I deserved. So much more than I thought I'd get.
Much more.
They really do mean business.
Make the insurance company pay. Tell them you mean business. Call the firm voted best. Hupy and Abraham. 800-800-5678. Right now.
News 3 Now this morning brought together chefs and owners from struggling local restaurants.
Without assistance, a lot of us aren't going to exist in 2021.
Your holiday helpings are already making a difference, and continued support can help keep these vital community businesses alive. Learn more at channel3000.com. Download the Channel 3000 First
First Warn Weather app today.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is desperately needed now to save lives of people who are sick with a range of serious illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Steakout. Call in your order today.
Where did the year go? It's hard to believe that New Year's Eve is right around the corner. Now, we know that many of you will be staying home instead of going out to celebrate. Maybe you're having a few friends over and counting down the new year with a celebration of your own. Whether you go big or do something more laid back, we've got a fun and festive dessert dip that'll help you ring in the new year. To whip this up, we combine a cup of dry white cake mix straight out of the box with some canned vanilla frosting and a good amount of pink champagne. We beat this together until it's light and fluffy. You see, the combo of the frosting and the cake mix is what gives our dip a fancy bakery taste. And the champagne, well, what's New Year's without a little bubbly? Now we put this in a bowl and top it with some golden white decorating sugar to add a little shimmer. Surround it with some fresh berries and ladyfingers for dipping, and you're all set. It may sound simple, and it is, but let me tell you, it'll be the talk of the dessert table. To get the recipe for our champagne dessert dip, simply check out our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a party-perfect way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. Happy New Year.
You too, Howard. An Ohio woman reunited with her therapy dog 11 days after a car accident separated the two. Rob Powers has the story.
He was lost, he was found. Frank Sinatra is home. Named Frank, well, because of those big blue eyes. He went missing December 16th after a rollover crash in Akron. Frank was confused. He took off, and that left Ashley Fricky in a tough spot. She rescued Frank, and Frank returned the favor. He was trained to be a therapy dog to help with Ashley's anxiety and depression. They needed each other. But then the snowstorm, Ashley's birthday, Christmas, 11 days went by. Finally, the call from a stranger in the night.
We cried like babies and tears of joy, of course.
Somebody found Frank, called Ashley, and they were reunited at 2 a.m. Sunday.
His tail started going, and he was home, you know, and he knew it. And you could see the stress just melt off his face.
The crash, then the snowstorm. No wonder Frank was confused. He is mostly okay, has frostbite on his paws. Now he has those blue booties to match those blue eyes. He faced it all, and he stood tall. It may not have been his way, but Frank found his way home.
It's a Christmas miracle for sure, and I can't express how happy I am.
He did it my way, I guess. Here's Chris, one final check of the forecast.
A lot of folks curious about the snow that's coming in. 6 to 9 inches, the heaviest. South of Madison, 4 to 8. North of that, 3 to 6. And central Wisconsin.
All right, we'll see you back here at 4. Have a great afternoon.